This is the fifth video in a series on pyuresis, better known as shy bladder syndrome. If you haven't watched the first 4 videos, you really need to watch them first to understand this one. There is a link appearing at the top of the screen to the first video right about now. So far, you have learnt tools to deal with negative thoughts and learnt how safety behaviour reduction and behavioural experiments can change the problematic beliefs that drive pyuresis. Now it's time to retrain the brain so that it allows the urethral sphincter to open in more and more places and circumstances. This is done using a technique called systematic desensitization. The first step is to create a hierarchy of fear. Make a list of all the possible circumstances and places where you get a shy bladder and put them in order of difficulty. If you are struggling, imagine you have a magic wand that removed your fear by 10%. What places or circumstances would you now be able to go without fear? Then the wand reduces your fear by 20%, 30%, 40% and so on to make your hierarchy of fear. Let's look at an example of someone with moderate to severe pyuresis. They are comfortable at home but cannot use cubicles in public toilets. Their hierarchy of fear may look something like this. For the first item, Larry is in a cubicle with no other people in the toilets. For the second item, he's in a cubicle. There are other people in the toilets, but no one near his cubicle. For the third item, he's in a cubicle, and someone else is in a nearby cubicle. For the fourth, he's in a cubicle, but he has the door open. For the fifth, he's at a urinal with no other people in the toilets. For the sixth, he's at the urinal. There's others in the toilet, but they're not in view. For the seventh, he's at the urinal. There's others in view, but not in the same row of urinals. And in the final stages, the gap between Larry and others gets smaller. Of course, you would still follow urinal etiquette, as even people without pyuresis are conscious of that. If you have a family member who understands pyuresis and is willing to help, you can start the desensitization at home. Ask the family member to be in the vicinity when you need to go to the toilet. If necessary, start with the door closed. Then have it ajar with a family member getting closer as you progress up your hierarchy of fear. If you're using a public toilet, pick a large one at a quiet time. Motorway service stations can be quiet in the evenings. Before you attempt the first item on your list, you need to load up with fluid, so drink plenty of water. If 0 is no urge to urinate and 10 is bursting, you want to be at least a 7 or an 8 before entering the toilet. Note, fluid loading is only meant to be used during the desensitization phase. As you make progress, you'll find that you do not need so much pressure in your bladder to go, as your urethral sphincter is more able to relax. During the desensitization phase, the fluid will help create pressure in your bladder to allow you to urinate, but you also need to help the urethral sphincter open. You can do this by not using any safety behaviors. Don't rush into the toilet. Walk into the toilet slowly and calmly. Make your body language look like you have no fear, even if you have. If you've been reducing your safety behaviors, as covered in video 2, and you have sufficient pressure in your bladder, your chances of success are good. However, if you are still unable to go, just stay as long as you can. More people may enter the toilet than you anticipated or were ready for. Just use the opportunity for a behavioural experiment. Stay in the cubicle or at your urinal for a minute or two. You will learn that no one pays any attention to whether you are urinating or not, and it will boost your confidence for when you try again. When you leave, walk out slowly and calmly. It teaches the fear circuits in your brain that there is no danger to be associated with public toilets. Try again a bit later when the urgency to go is increased. Keep trying. Eventually you will succeed. When you do succeed, consolidate for a while. Repeat the first stage again a few times over the next few weeks. Don't be disheartened if you have a few setbacks. The brain needs repetition to retrain it. Eventually the first item on your list will become natural. Then move on to the second item. Be patient. Desensitization can take months, even years for some, but keep persevering and try not to slip back into using safety behaviors, or the pyuresis will get worse again. Setbacks are to be expected. If you reach stage 5 on your list, but then have a few failures and find old safety behaviors creeping back, go back to stage 4 and repeat it a few times to get your confidence back. As you make progress, you'll find that the urge to use safety behaviors reduces. Also, you'll find that pyorrhesis has much less impact on your life, and you're able to do things and go places that you avoided in the past. In the next and final video, I'm going to talk about expectations, summarize this video series, and give a few more tips. The link to the next video should be appearing right about now.